this is the nicest facility I've ever seen for high school band program. This is so nice.
Initially, when the place was first opened, people were saying, boy, is that a white elephant underutilized. Try and book a date in here. There's no time.
The CPAC Incorporation has presented over 70 performances, which have been attended by over 32,000 patrons.
The underlying theme of everything that we do within the Visiting Artist Series is to entertain, educate, and enlighten.
If it wasn't for the CPAC, I just don't think that the performing arts students would take their craft as seriously as they do.
It's a joy to be here, always.
The goal was to bring quality visiting artists of a variety of styles and types to Cedarburg, but more specifically to involve as many of our kids as possible.
It wouldn't be the CPAC Inc. if we didn't marry those two together. So we always try to have students involved in the process one way or another.
I guess I would start with Chris Bodie as being the most valuable and maybe the most prominent. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Bodie.
Is everyone coming to my show tonight? That was a trick question.
I think Chris Bodie has himself a very, very strong love of education. And when he gets a chance to talk about how he came to be and the path that he took, I think that educational element that would make him a good teacher and which makes him a great clinician and masterclass person came to the fore.
Jazz, in a nutshell, is like a language. So what I'm getting back to your solo in around midnight, if you can go get a couple of Miles Davis recordings, see if you can find Freddie Hubbard playing it. I'm sure there's a version of Wynton playing it. And if you caught nothing else, you don't have to do all the tricky stuff. But there's two places in that song. That's the way you approach the first four notes. Dun, dun, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 notes. There's a lot of different ways, like where you start that phrase that will allow you to emote it differently. You're playing it very straight right now. All those guys played it very, very different from each other. You can pick up something a little nuanced that will carry through your whole career. It's very subtle, but it makes such a huge difference.
John Taddis is an incredible jazz trumpeter. From the moment he walked in the door, he was working with students and interacting with students. We talk about valuable student interaction. He was the perfect example. He sat on the edge of the stage and talked to the kids about their dreams, their hopes. He encouraged them. He was amazing.
Bruce Hornsby had a master class here with 40 piano students out of the area, not just Cedarburg. And he closed the doors and did a 45-minute concert for them, and then stood in the front of the stage and talked to the kids.
I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas, gonna live there till I die.
We played some rooms 4 times as big, and it somehow loses something. But when you got a room this size with people like this, you can see everybody's face, and it makes it really a lot of fun for us.
You get 600 people and you get it in here, and that 600 people becomes a community, and that becomes a relationship with 1 and 600 people. It's a really, really great thing.
Over the past 10 years, I've been amazed at some of the educational opportunities that the Visiting Artist Series has provided for the students of our district.
Our student interns come to us every year. We're so fortunate to have them. They work in every aspect of our operations. They work with me, they work with board members and other volunteers. They really receive excellent management experience.
I learned a lot about different things, including working as a team with my other interns and working in a professional setting with the people who were running the CPAC. I attended board meetings all the time, and I was working with people who knew what they were doing in the field, and it really came in handy later in life.
Ready, set, go. I get a lot of students who work side by side with professionals through the process of a whole show day. From the time the trucks are unloaded to the time the trucks are loaded again. They get to work with the lighting aspects, They get to pull snakes with the audio guys and set up mic stands and microphones and all kinds of good and interesting things they love to do.
I'm the front of house systems tech on Brooks and Dunn. If you guys want to take this case there, the orange one, that'll go to stage left. Everything with orange is going to go stage left. Everything with white's going to come over here to get forked out. After, you know, spending time with the PAC and learning how all that stuff worked and understanding that it's something you can do for a living, here we are out on Brooks and Dunn doing the same thing, only bigger, better, and louder.
Without our sponsors, we couldn't bring such high-class, big-name people to the venue. It's those dollars that help provide the basis, the real supporting foundation for what we do.
Our sponsors are incredible. We couldn't do this without them. Our friends, we have so many, many friends who come to us throughout the course of the year, and underwriters. These people all together support our series and make certain that it happens every year, and we truly appreciate their support.
If I ever bought a place to live in the Milwaukee area, I think it would be Cedarburg.
I want to bring Cape Breton to Cedarburg and to the world. And for the 10th anniversary, we actually have a Christmas show that we're performing, and it's traditional and it's cultural, and there's some video in there, and it's all for you guys.
10 years and shining even brighter.
10.
10 years ago, I had 4 children under the age of 9.
10 years ago, I had no grandchildren. Today, I have 5.
10 years.
And shining
Even brighter.
I was 10 when I did my first public performance.
10 years ago, I didn't have gray hair.
10 years ago, Clinton was president. He was being impeached.
10.
10 years and shining even brighter.
Even brighter.
When I was 10, I was still crapping in my pants.
This goes to 10.
If you have me 10 years from now, I might have to gum the trumpet.